Hello, this is Dr. J back with some more Let's Play Phantasy Star The End of the Millennium. It is now time to go into space, to the satellite Zelen, to see if we can restore proper control to the systems that maintain the ecology of Motavia. And here we get the map of the solar system Algo. I question whether the asteroid belt that is the remains of Palma would really end up perpendicular to the orbital path of the other planets. That doesn't seem likely to me, but I mean, what am I even complaining about? This is a science fantasy game, not science fiction. Blast off! I really like the space travel music. And look how awesome looking our spaceship is. I love it. Zelen looks cool too. All of the mechanical designs in this game look awesome. And look at space in the background there with the incredibly flashy nebulas. This is such a cool looking game. A plasma sword? Well, let's get everything and then equip people. A plasma claw. A plasma dagger? Okay, that's less exciting than the sword and the claw. But still, plasma is so cool. Plasma field. Pulse laser. Canceller. Alright. Let's give that plasma sword to Chaz. Plasma claw to Rika. Ooh, she has two of them now. Awesome. Yep, dual plasma claws. Nothing for Rune, unfortunately. And yeah, I definitely prefer Rika to have the attack power rather than giving her a shield. And likewise, I prefer Chaz to have the attack power of a big two-handed sword rather than a dagger and a shield. Are you Ren? Wow, you're huge! In verity, my name is Ren. This is the man-made satellite Zelen, which has complete control over all the environmental systems for all the planets in the Algo solar system. I am the android who manages it all. Rika, finally, we meet face to face. Yes, Ren, I didn't know that you were so tall. And these other people? These are my friends, Chaz and Rune. They're great pals. Who and who are great pals? Whatever. Anyway, glad to meet you. Demi told us that the reason the systems in Motavia are out of control could be found here. We've come to try to cure the problem, but from the looks of it, it doesn't seem likely. That's right. Zelen is not causing the systems in Motavia to run out of control. We have no control at all. What does this all mean? Presently, Zelen is losing power. It is the artificial satellite Kuram that is causing the Motavian systems to run amok. Originally, Kuram was supposed to play a supportive role to Zelen, but somebody has occupied Kuram and usurped our control. Is that so? Since Zelen is at the top of the chain of command, Demi must have determined that it was Zelen that had gone awry. Zelen's telecommunication functions are paralyzed. There isn't even a way to communicate. So that's why we were incommunicado. I was so worried. So this means we have to go to Kuram. Chaz, if it is okay with you, may I accompany you? Zelen is presently completely cut off from all the other systems. It is impossible to do any system restoration from here. I was hoping to go to Kuram and get the situation under control. Oh, Ren, it would be so reassuring if you came with us. Wow, you have a lot of faith in Ren. Jealous. Oh yes, Ren and Seed were my teachers. This current crisis was brought about by my lack of power. I must take responsibility. It seems that Seed has left me responsible too. Ren, why don't we get a move on? Stop trying to take charge, Rune. Alright then, you take charge, if you can. What did you say? Rika, what's going on here? Oh, this happens all the time. Alright, Ren has joined the party. And Ren is an absolute tank. 998 years old. Being an android must be nice. That immortality and all. Androids don't get techniques, as we discussed. He has Recover, just like Demi, as well as Spark and Barrier. He has Flare, whereas Demi did not. Ren gets more offensive abilities than Demi, and he is just a walking artillery piece. Extremely powerful. So, as per usual protocol, we are going to put the android in front. Ren is even better suited to that than Demi was. And we can give him a pulse laser to replace his plasma rifle. You may be wondering, why would you do that? That's a major decrease in his attack power. Well, the thing with pulse weaponry is it attacks all enemies. So it's good to have pulse weaponry equipped when you're walking around dungeons and getting into fights with random mobs, and then switch to the more powerful single target weapons when it's time to fight bosses. So we're going to keep him equipped with his pulse laser for now. Kuran caused the disasters on Motavia. Zellan systems are all functioning normally. So that was it? Alright. Well then, sounds like we need to pay Zellan a visit and deal with whoever has hacked the system and usurped control from... Oh, excuse me, Kuran. We need to pay Kuran a visit and deal with whoever has hacked the systems and usurped control from Zellan. Alright, we will be going to Kuran. Uh-oh, that's not the inspiring, adventurous, blast-off spaceship music. What's going on? Something feels wrong. Chaz can hear the ominous background music too. There is an unidentified energy reaction coming from the engine room. Problems in the engine room? That's bad. Well, let's go see what's going on. I told you, stop taking charge! Honestly, I'd rather have Rune in charge than Chaz. Rune is much cooler than Chaz is. Yikes! Who are you? Oh my, I've been found out already. Well, it doesn't matter now whether I sabotage the engines or kill you right here. You're not getting to Kuran. Chaos Sorcerer. Well, let's unleash everything we've got on this guy. Let's use Gaithu. And boss or no boss, he is clearly a humanoid type enemy. Let's try Eliminate on him, shall we? And Flaily. Eliminate failed. I'm pretty sure instant kill techniques can actually work against this guy, even though he's a boss. That's right, the instant kill techniques in this game are so good that even bosses are susceptible to them, as not many, but a few. As long as they're, like, humanoid-type enemies. It failed again. Oh well. He's so weak that, I mean, he's basically actually a random mob enemy, posing as a boss. He's dead. He didn't even do a single point of damage to us. You're worth an awful lot of experience points considering how weak you are, Mr. Chaos Sorcerer. Chaz gained a level. Oh, that doesn't look good. Yippee! Yippee, really? It's great that we won. Well, we're really out of commission now. Vroon, couldn't you have applied a little bit of self-control? Shut up, you're in no position to talk. We're off our intended flight path. It's impossible to get back in that orbit. We will be able to make a crash landing on Desolace, the third planet in the system. Shall we try? What do you mean, shall we? We have no choice, do we? This is true. One crash landing coming up. Whee! A crash landing! Cool! I hardly know how to react to that. What are you saying? Hey! Hey! Are you okay? Hey! Calm down, Chaz. You should endeavor not to let your blood pressure become too high. Relax. Why are you all looking so unconcerned? Yikes! Oh man, our spaceship was so cool, and it's wrecked already? Stupid Chaos Sorcerer. Oh, suddenly a narrator. The third planet in the Algo solar system. It's an extremely cold planet covered in snow and ice. Huh, sounds like where I live. Looks like where I live. Ah, those Genesis sound effects. No, our spaceship. Oops. We landed on somebody. We're safe, but... Wow, what a flamboyant landing. What kind of voice do I want to give to Raja? Okay, I'm going to try this. If I end up hating it, I might go through a few different voices for him until I find one I like. How strange! It's raining machines! Huh? You? What on earth are you? Ah, it's a Desolacean. It's the first one I've ever seen. Answer me, you bonehead! You've destroyed an important temple. Oh, sorry about that. Chaz, is anything wrong? It looks like we've crushed someone's house. Who are you people? A girl with horns and a mechanical doll. These are ears, I tell you. Please use the word android, will you? Android, the droid, whatever. Quiet, you old fart. I see. From Montavia. On a ship that flies. Or flew, anyway, before it fell. That's extraordinary. 4 Motavians flee, fly, and fall right on my temple hall. Ha ha ha! What a funny old man! Chaz, this shuttle is done for. It's beyond repair. What shall we do? Hey, old man! My name is Raja. You'd better remember that, little girl. Ah, yes, Raja. Are there any facilities where we can fix this ship? None that I know of. Then how are you going to fix our ship? I love how Rika just puts the responsibility for fixing our ship onto Raja after we fall on his temple. Oh, man. I'm not, but I do have some welcome news for you. What? There is another ship that can travel the skies. There are other spaceships on Desolace? Tell us where, old man. Hehe, okay, I'll tell, but on one condition. A condition? This sounds interesting. Take me along. What? If you do, I'll overlook the destruction of the temple. I don't want to drag this old man around with us. What shall we do? I don't mind. I like him. He's kind of interesting. I don't think we have much choice. It seems a very practical choice. Oh? Then let's go. Great. Now listen carefully. A long, long time ago, Parmanians came here to Desolace on a ship that traveled the skies. It is said that the ship still exists in the town of their descendants. Is this true? Of course it's true. Chaz, under the circumstances, we have no choice but to rely on this information and go there. And where is this town? It's a Parmanian town called Tyler, a short distance northwest of here. Everyone, let's get going. All right. So meet Raja. He is a spry 85 years young. And in D&D terms, he's basically a cleric. Very powerful healing, very strong against evil-type enemies, kind of useless otherwise. He is a superb support character, and also strong on offense, again, specifically against evil-type enemies. Not so much against other type enemies. He's basically the best heal bot in the game, so we'll be glad to have him along for healing purposes and such. Also, he makes a lot of weird off-color jokes. I think in the original Japanese, like, he cracked a lot of puns, and the efforts to translate them into English were odd, shall we say. He's pretty funny if you like the humor of the absurd. Are you going to be okay without us? Oh, I'll be fine. It's boring staring at the same faces all the time. Huh. One gets the feeling Raja wasn't a big fan of his subordinates here at the temple. Raja, sir, are you taking another pleasure trip to the country? You needn't come along this time, so make sure you guard what's left of this place in my absence. Yeah, given how eager he was to come along with us, and the obvious contempt he has for his subordinates here at the temple, I'm pretty sure Raja wanted an excuse to get the heck out of here. He seems like the type who enjoys shirking his duties. This is the wreck of the shuttle ship. I guess it'll never fly again. By the way, it's your fault. Oh, still so juvenile, Rune. Wow, what a heavy snowstorm. This has been going on for 3 months now. Wow, how isn't everything completely buried under snow then? This planet has always had a cold climate, but even I have never seen anything like this. There must be a malfunction in the Desolacean climate control system. No, I bet the cause of all this lies in the Garuberk Tower. The Garuberk Tower? Raja, what makes you think that? It's a feeling I have, and my feelings are always good. Get it? Ha 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 ha! See what I mean about Raja's jokes? They make absolutely no sense whatsoever. Ouch. Ouch indeed. Also, Rika, that is not really an appropriate outfit for this climate, is it? Oh well, I'm not going to complain. I'll just enjoy it. So here's the town of Ryuan, or however the heck you pronounce that. This is Ryuan. If you want to have fun, this is the town. I just can't avoid this town when I'm passing by. Ha ha. So in the original Phantasy Star, I believe Desolaceans were sort of renowned for being liars. That quirk seems to basically have been completely discarded for this game, which we can all be thankful for because that would be a pretty annoying trait to deal with. What is this fire? Chaz, do you even realize what a stupid question you just asked? The Desolaceans believe in fire. I mean, what is there to believe in? It's fire. This watchfire is an object of their worship. Okay, the fact that they worship a watchfire is a little strange. No irregularities ahead. The owner of the bar is named Goona, and he knows the most about the situation around these parts. If my voice sounds a little strange, it's because my mouth is oddly dry right now for some reason. I'm doing my best to still do my usual silly voice acting despite that, but apologies if anything sounds a little off. If you want to know something, that's where you should go. Two Fists is the best situation. What? What does that even mean? It's so nice to sit by the fire and listen to Goona's stories. The inn is our source of relaxation. Alright. So I don't think we really have much need for the inn. No, everybody's pretty much fine. We'll just see if there's anything interesting in here. Nope. Alright. It does obviously make sense that there's a lot of roaring fires in the fireplaces here in this frozen wasteland. Oh, you're a Parmanian. Are you from the town of Tyler? It looks like they've flapped all the way here from Motavia. Arg! Will you cut it out, you old fart? Gumbia's temple is the Desolacean source of pride. It's the center of Desolace, and it's the pillar of support for the hearts of Desolaceans. I've seen Parmanians from time to time, but this is the first time I've seen a girl with horns. Oh, how dare you! Ha ha! I told you, to normal people they look like horns. Note their pointy ears that drive video game nerds wild. The owner here, Goona, is very knowledgeable, but he has a terribly old-fashioned accent. Oh man, Am I going to be able to come up with a terribly old-fashioned accent? What does an old-fashioned accent even sound like? People from all over Desolace come here and talk all sorts of things. Goona listens to all this and passes the information on. This is where people's ideas gather and are disseminated. Aye, what are you doing? Boy, you're a suspicious-looking lot. You're making my drink go sour. Don't get too close. I heard they have really good drinks here, so I traveled far to come here. But the snowstorm has blocked the roads with ice and I can't get home. I was wrong. Please come back. He's a maudlin drunk. What a pain. I find any kind of drunk a pain, but a maudlin is probably one of the more annoying types. What am I going to do for an old-fashioned accent? Oh my, a first-time customer? Ah, you're friends of Raja. What am I doing? That's a posh accent. I don't even know. I'm not even going to try giving this guy a weird accent. Sorry, viewers. Oh my, a first-time customer. Ah, you're friends of Raja. In that case, I'll tell you anything. What do you want to know? Do you want to know about the damage from the snowstorm? Okay, I guess I'm giving him a weird accent after all. Sure, tell us about it. This snowstorm started 3 months ago and hasn't stopped since. It's been a terrible disaster. Hats being blown off all over the place and lips getting chapped. Hats? Lips? Ahem. But the biggest problem is the wall of ice. The storm has left snowdrifts all over the place and has created walls of ice. That sounds like kind of a bigger problem than hats being blown off and chapped lips. This has divided Desolace up into parts. We can't get anywhere. Sounds like a contrived way to splice up the world map into pieces. Alright. Nope, tell us about Garubric Tower. It's said that there's a tower somewhere in Desolace where the demons live. As the story goes, the tower suddenly appeared overnight. That's it! It's those demons who are destroying the universe! Algo is under a curse! Could what Raja says be true? That I don't know. But Raja being what he is, he may be sensing something. And you have no idea at all where the Garubric Tower is? All who've seen it say something different. All I can say is that it's up north somewhere. I see. So this is basically the grandfather Doran of Desolace. Nope. Do not want to know about Garubric Tower. Already heard it. Raja? Sure, why not? I've known him a long time. He's a weird one, but he's a skilled magician, and he was well liked at Gumbia's temple. Wow, I can't believe it. That old freak? But he was tricked by those who were jealous of him, and he was banished to this rural place. Really, it doesn't seem possible. I'm willing to bet that Raja engineered that supposed banishment so he could get out of the center of politics. That seems like something he would do. Actually, Raja himself is quite happy that he was able to get away from that constrained temple, like I was saying. He's a good guy. He's a good friend of mine. Boy, you have a lot to say, dude. Goona. Yep, told us about that, told us about that, told us about Raja. Do you want to know about the whereabouts of the spaceship? Yes. Are you talking about the spaceship that is underground in the town of Tyler? Why, are there other spaceships? I don't know a lot about it, but apparently if you take a look at the grave, a good look at the grave, a path will open for you. A grave? Alright, I think that's all the information we can get. So, anything else to see in this town? In the temple to the south, there's a highly virtuous and wonderful priest named Raja. Highly virtuous? Wonderful? Yeah, right. I don't think they know you very well, Raja. What? I'm virtuous and wonderful, right? You know, this is a thought that just suddenly occurred to me out of nowhere, but do we ever meet any female Desolicians? I don't think we do. Unless it's just impossible for humans to tell the males and females apart. Maybe they're kind of like dwarves that way. Well, I guess these days female dwarves are depicted all the time, but back in the day they pretty much never were. Anyways, what with this snowstorm, the ability to travel in and out of town is unreliable. There are many places where the roads are obstructed by ice. On winter nights, we huddle so tight, saying ice is really nice. How's that? I give up. Ha! I give up too, Chaz. I think that Raja's humor is just too advanced for me. Oh, great Raja! Thank you for amusing us with your funny wit. I just feel that I can't keep up with the Desolacean sense of humor. That's exactly what I was just saying, Chaz. Oh no, I'm on the same wavelength as Chaz. Did I just lose IQ points? The Garubert Tower is supposed to exist somewhere in Desolace. It is said that it was built overnight. Built overnight. I seem to have heard this story before. There are many Parmanian towns in Desolace, and the town of Tyler to the northwest is one of them. This cold weather we're having now is hard even for us. I hate to think how horrible it is for the Parmanians. It's hard for them, but they'll survive. Alright, weapon shop. What is for sale here? Nothing of particular interest, I don't think. But let me check real quick to see if either of these has abilities that can activate if you use them as an item. Alright, as far as I can tell, neither of these has any supplementary effect that you can get by using it as an item. And honestly, I don't have Rune or Raja in my party for their physical offensive capability. So I think I'm going to save my money and not get those. And, okay, however, I think that buying a silver mantle and silver circlet might be advisable. Okay. Rune. Okay, bit of a defense upgrade from the silver mantle. Oh, and he already had a force cane anyway. And a bit more from the silver circlet. Actually decreases his mental power a little bit. Not even entirely sure that's worthwhile. And Raja already has both of those. Well, you know what? I went ahead and bought it, so... There we go. Alright, nothing too exciting here. Okay, I think that's basically everything of interest in this town. Let us continue on our way to the town of Tyler. Helixes. Yeah, let's get into a few random battles, just so that we can see what kind of monsters are here. Now that we have a couple new party members, see what they can do. Alright, so Raja. I don't remember what all of his abilities do, but if we take a look at his text, so he's got Rever, which is the Resurrect, Seals, which seals enemy magic, Gyrez, which is healing, Rimit, was Rimit a... I don't remember. Arouse, which I think cures sleep, Sar is the group heal, Rimpa, was that cures paralysis, Anti-cures poison, and Rez, which is regular healing. He'll get many more healing abilities besides. Miracle, I think, is a heal. I don't remember what Ataraxia is. Holy Word, I think, is an attack spell against evil-type enemies. I don't remember Blessing. Let's try Saint Fire and see what that's all about. So there's the Pulse Laser in action. Absolutely incredible. Okay, so I guess Saint Fire only does proper damage against evil-type enemies, because it only did one against that fly. So I believe that's Tyler, but let's get into a few more battles. Ooh, a Deso Owl and a Snow Mole. The Snow Mole has some hilarious animations. Okay, let's try Blessing and see what that does. Or not. Maybe I should have some of my characters defend so we can actually see what Raja can do. Okay, once again, let's try Blessing. Ooh, Flame Bolt did a bit of damage. Okay, total whiffs. Okay, Blessing is a defense spell. That is very good to know. And he has basically endless amounts of it. Alright, very good to know. Let's try Holy Word. Alright, Holy Word is a single target attack. I'm guessing this is only effective against evil type enemies, but let's try it. And Rika's dead. Okay. Don't underestimate these monsters, I guess. Okay, yeah. Maybe an instant kill against evil type enemies. Let's raise Rika. Alright, and then let's actually kill this thing because it irritated me. That's what you get for killing the cutie pie. Alright, and I believe that Miracle is a super group heal? Yes. But apparently it doesn't work on himself and doesn't... Oh, it didn't work on him or Rune because they were already at full hit points? That's my assumption. Okay, cool. Alright, defend, attack, attack, attack. What haven't we tried out yet? Ataraxia, I think is the only one we haven't used yet. Boy, that mole does not have much in the way of hit points. God dang it! Okay. With 3 of them, they should survive long enough even if I have some of my characters attack to see what Ataraxia does. Look at that hilarious animation. The moles crack me up. Okay, Ataraxia is a group heal too. Wonder why it's not usable outside of battle. Because I didn't have it in the camp menu, did I? I don't think I did. Anyway, let's have everybody attack now that we've seen everything. So yeah, like I said, Raja is great at support and a super heal bot. Good against evil type enemies. Completely useless against other types of enemies though. For that reason, I'm not as enthusiastic about Raja's capabilities as it seems like most players are. Because he's just so hyper specialized. I'm not saying he's bad, it's just that he's not going to be very helpful when fighting ordinary type monsters. He'll be great for keeping the party on their feet, but he's not going to be contributing much to the damage output. Personality-wise, he's pretty amusing, obviously. This is Tyler. It's a Parmanian town. There's a large grave on the outskirts of town. They say it's the grave of the first chief of this village. I'm sure the old man would know more about it. My wife, she gets to stay home nice and warm. She should see what it's like to have to go out hunting in this weather. There are other Parmanian towns besides this one, but I've never been to one. You see, I just can't stand cold weather. I don't get out of the house too often, much less go traipsing out of town. Protecting the household is an important job too. I respect both my father and mother. Our mom is pathetic. On the other hand, our dad is wonderful. Oh my, I'm sensing some familial discord in this household. By the way, that suddenly reminds me. This is as good a time as any. I actually kind of want to see what all the different characters say when you look and there's nothing to see. Just out of curiosity. How boring! Nothing here. Oops. Didn't mean to do it twice in a row. And Ren says no irregularities ahead. Rune. says there's nothing interesting here. And finally, Raja says nothing. There ain't nothing. Alright, that was mildly amusing. What'll they say if we use the talk command? According to Goona's story, the spaceship is underground in the town of Tyler. I hear there's some secret with the grave. This seems like a planned turn of events. Ha ha. Huh, was that fourth wall breaking? Alright, back to Ren in the lead, then Chaz, then Rika, then Rune, then Raja. Alright, that'll do. Let's rest up. Oh my lord, that's expensive. Whew. What a jip. Alright. Oh my, it's another Parmanian. How on earth were you able to get through the walls of ice? Well, you see, kind of a long story. Anything good here? No. Bye. I hate this snowstorm. I feel like my head is going to be blown away. Such a nuisance. Oh, guess Goona wasn't kidding about the hats being blown away. Another weapons store, see if there's anything better here. Do you know of a metal called Laconia? With Laconia, you can make weapons and armor that is out of this world. Shouldn't that be our out of this world? We haven't caught up with refining techniques here, so the best we can do is make the low-grade silver. So I think Laconia is basically the Phantasy Star universe's equivalent of Mithril. Alright. Isn't ceramic stuff, like, way worse than what we currently have equipped? Why would I want any of that? I'm not buying any of your crap. How about this guy? Alright, I reckon that'll do. Everyone seems so unconcerned, but we'll freeze to death if we don't do something. Yeah, it is a serious problem in extremely cold climates. But with the storm, our fuel supply is sporadic. We might really freeze to death. The Parmanians have built other towns too, like Mies and Reschel. We don't trade much with them, but I hope they're doing well. Ha, yes, I am he whom everyone calls the Old Man. This is the place where the Parmanians first landed when they moved to Desolace a long time ago. It's been said that they named this town after the captain of the spaceship they came on. And the story goes that they built a grave on the outskirts of the town in memory of the captain. So that obviously is a reference to Captain Tyler, the space pirate who rebelled against Mother Brain in Phantasy Star 2 and rescued / cloned the heroes of that game when they went down in the satellite that somehow destroyed Palma. I believe that's how that went. Wow, impressive furniture. Here's a pretty worn book. Reclamation of Desolace. Alright, so let's go check out this grave. Here lies the great leader Tyler. Touch us, listen to our voice, and trust that body to us. That's actually a little creepy. So this is Tyler's grave. Lying alone. What a horrible fate. So that's actually a cool little bit of cultural detail. The Desolicians store their dead in big group mausoleums. They don't bury their dead in individual graves. So just kind of a cool little detail there that Raja finds that to be an awful fate. And Goona said to inspect this grave closely, but I don't see anything. There's just this inscription. The plate just moved. It moved. Chaz, push it again. Okay. Wow, incredible. Maybe there's a spaceship down there? Let's go see. Let's go see indeed. That is not how you spell hangar, by the way. If you are talking about a facility that holds a ship, it is Hangar, not ER. We're not hanging clothes off the cave. Okay, so we saw that these things can do some serious damage. Did you seriously just miss both of them, Ren? I'm a little concerned about how we're going to do when the random Desolace enemies are kicking our butts so hard. But look at how good Raja's heals are. Regular res just restored 70 hit points. Like I said, although I don't hold Raja in quite as high regard as some players of this game, due to his general ineffectiveness against normal enemies, I fully acknowledge what an incredible healer he is, and that that's obviously really useful. No arguments about that. Zerk gear. I wonder if that stands for zirconium. And that would go on Ren, right? It is a minor improvement, but an improvement is an improvement. Was he wearing plasma gear? Why would you even wear plasma on your head? Seems dangerous. Maybe not when you're an android. We see that Rune is more resistant to elemental damage. Okay, apparently these things are really hard to hit. Chaz still getting his butt kicked. Huh. Wonder what's up with that open box up on that ledge. Very strange. Huh. I am sensing a repetitious pattern with the enemies in this cave. My goodness, Chaz, you take a lot of damage from those things. Rika gained a level. Getting tired of healing you after every single fight, Chaz. So this is it. Amazing. So this is the spaceship the Parmenians used in coming here so long ago. Here's an emblem. Landale. Landale. It's called a Landale. What a cool name. Still appropriate for being so young. Basically a newborn babe, practically. Rika's just so excited about practically everything. An air-going barge. A space sled. So how is it? Hey, Ren. Hey, don't ignore me. It's been preserved almost perfectly. With a little maintenance, it could be perfectly useful. Whew, we sure are in luck. Ren, make preparations for takeoff. Roger. New spaceport means, once again, no more inn fees, which is great considering how outrageously expensive the inns appear to be here on Desolace. Alright, so coming up next, we are going to get a new spaceship and take off for Kuran. Hopefully find the source of whatever is causing all these system disasters in the Algo solar system and put a stop to it. Hopefully you'll join me for that, and I will see you then. Bye!